What?
What's up, fuckers?
Yee yee! Hello, hello, hello! Look at what we got in the garage. Now all the answers can finally be answered, or all the questions. All the answers can finally be questioned. So, as you guys know or may not know, I have a 1989, I think it is, Ford Mustang with a 5.0 hatch, goddamn T5 training. I'm just kidding. It's got a 5.3 turbo 400, big old billet 80mm VS Racing turbo, which you can order through me if you need one. But if I don't respond right away, you're just gonna make a rude post on my YouTube and tell me to go eat shit. So fuck off, right? So yeah, some guy in the last video was being a douche. Whatever. Go buy an on 3 turbo. Have fun. See ya. Okay, so Mustang's back in the garage. We pushed it here because it doesn't run. It's broken. We blew it up. The last track day, the boost went upwards of like 26 pounds. Fucking T-Bag told me to turn the boost controller, and I did. Never listen to T-Bag. That's what they say. I'm just kidding. So, car blew up. It kicked a rod or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but that's why we're here today, boys and girls. We're going to tear this damn thing apart and get this thing to a roller state again, and then get the motor and trans out, and then we're going to take the shell, or the car itself, out to my storage unit, and it can fucking sit there for all I care, because I'm going to take my time this go around, and I think we're going to put a cage in the car. Oh yeah, I sold the Fairmont, guys. That idea was cool, and I wanted to stick with it, but the Mustang's been so damn good to me, I really feel like I can't give it up. You know what I mean? Like, this car's been awesome. I've gone the fastest I've ever gone in a car, in this car, and it's kind of got some sentimental value to me now, and a lot of you guys really like the Mustang, so... And it's a good chassis to start with. Like, it's a good, all-around, good drag racing car. So I'm going to keep this instead of the Fairmont. So, like I said, I sold the Fairmont, kind of got rid of it. I kind of got ahead of myself and wanted to build both cars. And then I'm like, okay, I can't do all this at once, dealing with customer cars and then my Mustang and the Honda and my frickin' T-Ruck coming soon. And then helping all, you know, my buddies and shit. It's just overwhelming. So, anyways, yeah. So... we're going to get to yanking and chanking. And we'll pick up in a little while, I guess. Starter?
How you going to start her?
Oh, that.
No stuff on it.
No.
Alright, fine.
Okay, guys, so we got the front end. No mas. The turbo kit's gone. We're feeding the...
Sold it, parked the car out, we're done. Just kidding.
Okay. We're getting the wiring harness all pushed back into the car, and then I'm taking the intake manifold off, and then we're going to yank her out.
Yeah, because it's easier to use the, like the, you know, under the intake area to put the cherry picker onto. Because, you know, just, it is what it is.
And they
just look at it.
They make plates for it too.
Yeah, they do, but I'm not that fancy.
Jake's got
I'm
one.
not Jake. Could call him and probably borrow it, but nah. Well, we'll look like the hard way.
Yeah,
So I'm unhooking the old starter potato down here. There's a signal wire that I have running into the car to my switch panel. So that we got to take this guy off, and then we can feed the rest of the harness through. And I think I sold the Mega Squirt to a guy, so I'm selling the Mega Squirt, and I may sell the turbo that was on here too, because I might. I mean, this is like far-fetched idea that we were thinking, but I'm thinking about doing a tube front end on the car, like cut the whole front end off, because as you can see, the whole front end's pretty fucked. Like, it's already cut a lot. So, just to make life a little bit easier, make myself feel a little better about cutting the whole front end off, might as well just cut the rest of it off.
Meisel.
And run some tubes, and then we can just mount shit wherever we want, and we won't have all this junk over here. So we might be able to just put some manifolds on and come here, and then do the same thing on that side, if you catch my drift. You know, we might be able to have 2 snails. I think it'd be cool. And you can make more power on less boost, which is what I'm looking for, because making more power on less boost, is less stress on like head gaskets and stuff. At least in my opinion, the higher the boost you have to run. Like this turbo probably wouldn't meet my goals of like 850s, which is what I'm shooting for, without running like 30 pounds or 35 pounds, which like I said, I don't really want to do. So yeah, we're gonna pull the Mega Squirt through, squirt it through the fucking firewall, and then I think we just gotta pull like the brake booster line off yet, and get the drive shaft out, pull the 2 bolts for the mounts, and then this thing's out.
So who's Megan?
Megan Squirt. You sick fuck. Okay, so we are pulling the intake manifold off so we can get the cherry picker set up onto the motor to get it out. And yeah, look at this. It's a Honda. It burns oil right through the intake, right? Is that how it's supposed to be?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. God damn it, now I gotta clean out the manifold. Son of a bitch. Fuck it. You wanna buy it? $200.
Perfect.
I'm just kidding. Maybe I'll sell it. Should I sell it? You guys want to buy it?
Use it for my L.
I mean, it's probably still good. You just got to clean it out. It's got brand new Pro gaskets. Keep using those. Why would you get new ones?
See, that was the second time you opened it. The first time you opened it.
Yeah, the first.
Twice as much in there.
Yeah, for real. So yeah.
Not bad. Not bad.
Not bad. Okay, we're gonna continue pulling this hunk of fucking junk.
What's up, fuckers?
Look at our fucking mess, dude. Holy shit.
It's still just pissing like a racehorse, too.
Oh yeah. No matter what you do, you're gonna make a mess, right? Okay. Want to spin the con up a little bit?
I think I got another one. Right now. Nope. That nope. Where?
Have you been working on the railroad?
Nope. 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 Ooh. Nope. Nope. Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Oh, where's another one at? All right, guys, so we got the motor out of the car, tranny out of the car, and the car is now gone. It's out at the storage unit. We ended up towing it with the Yee mobile at like midnight, and tow strapped it all the way across town, and we only seen like 2 cars. We got super lucky. We just fucking pulled it behind my truck, like whatever. Christian was driving it, manhandling the brakes.
Sketchy.
Yeah, having the fucking windshield fog up on them and stuff. That was
Couldn't see nothing.
Yeah, couldn't see nothing. But anyways, so the transmission's back over here. This is my built-up Turbo 400 with a trans brake and shit that was in my Mustang. Summit converter. That's all sitting over here. All good to go. And we got the motor on the engine stand here. And we pulled the heads off just to kind of check everything out right away. And this head on this side is junk, and that head is okay. This head has a little bit of damage by the spark plug. We had a little bit of a mishap. Want to see it, guys? Okay, I'll show you. Just let that soak in. Let that sink in. Let it sink in. Look at that. Look at that.
Would you just look at it?
It's the tune!
It was the tune.
Look at that, dude. It literally sheared the fucking skirt right off. Broke it right off. Like, what the fuck? Crazy. Fucking crazy! So now we're pulling the pan off because we got both heads off, and we seen the piston kind of just sitting in there. It was literally sitting
Sideways?
It was sitting in the cylinder sideways when we fucking pulled the head off. So that was pretty awesome. It broke a rod, and that's really what happened, and that's why the piston broke it. But the oil pan here is, it's like Legos. You put it together as you build the motor. You put the pan together. You got to put the pieces together and then weld them up like A21 Bravo. Maybe I'll donate this piece to A21 Bravo because then he can use it for his oil pan when it leaks. He can put this piece over where it leaks and weld it on.
Yeah.
Sounds logical.
Your window tray's fucked.
Yeah, probably. Oh, there's a little piece of a rod right here.
Yeah.
There.
When we were turning it over, we could hear stuff just falling.
Yeah, just like jiggling around. I can't believe it didn't lock up. Like, I can't believe this motor still spun over to get the converter bolts out.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
And it did it pretty well. It was tight, but
It's still spun. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah, the 5.3 is completely garbage. I'm going to have to find a whole new motor to mess with. And I think we're going to build an LS motor. What do you guys think? I think we should do forged bottom end. Just so we don't ever have issues ever again. You know what I mean? Like, we can run the same kind of power we were at and push it and fuck up a bunch and we won't break it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. I might just do that because I like racing and I like actually running my car a lot. And, you know, if we got to fuck up here and there, you know, forged bottom end will help. But, yeah, like I said, I'm still kind of learning these LS motors. Kind of figuring out what works and what don't. And clearly what I did didn't work. Too small of an injector. Kind of ran a little lean, I think. It was on like 26 pounds of boost.
Yeah.
Crazy amount of boost. And the air fuel was tapping like 12.5 or 12.8 maybe. And I looked down at I looked at the wideband and I'm like, yep, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 200 feet later, it was fucking on fire. So yeah, top of the track. You guys should go watch 821 Bravo's video. He got a good video of that car actually blowing up. But I mean, it left like a bag of shit. Like it came out of the hole and it was like, bleh. Like it only went like a 1.55 60 foot, which is not a good 60 foot for my Mustang. Normally it goes like a 1.4, you know, a low 1.4 60 foot. And it just left like shit. And then I stayed in it till like, you know, the 330, and it felt like it was down on power. And I continued to stay in it till like the 8th mile, and that's kind of when it said goodbye.
See you later.
I'm coming out of the. I'm coming out, bro. Uncle Rodney came to say hello.
And
Yes.
the good news is it was the last run of the night.
Yeah, it was the last run of the night. They were closing anyways, so I didn't really wipe down the track for everybody trying to race behind me, kind of thing. So that's a good thing.
And I was the pass right in front of you.
And I'm kind of thinking that the piston that broke was the one that I swapped in. A subscriber actually sent me this rod and piston, and I swapped it into the motor, and I think that's the one that broke.
Bunch of bitches.
I think I threw it in a middle cylinder because I'm like, I don't want it to have issues. I'll throw it in a middle cylinder.
Yeah.
I think that's the one that broke. And I was talking to a guy at the track that's throwing 1,000 different bottom ends at his Fox body, and he blows them up all the time too, just like I do. And he has issues every time. He has issues every time he takes rods and pistons from another motor and puts them into his motor that he's got. You know, some guys have good luck with it and, you know, no issues, but I feel like sometimes it's hit and miss. You know, sometimes you can do that and sometimes you can't. I don't know. Like I said, that's kind of why I want to actually do everything, measure clearances and everything on one of these motors and put rods and pistons in one and kind of see like, hey, what can we really do on an LS motor? You know what I mean? So stock bottom end stuff's fun, but when you're kind of pushing them this hard, you know, above like 20 pounds of boost and trying to go fucking 9s consecutively or even 8s. 8s is my goal. You know, it's definitely a crazy learning experience, and you know, I could throw another stock bottom end at it, but I don't really want to. Maybe I will. Who fucking knows? Maybe I'll go buy a 6-liter tomorrow and throw it in tomorrow, and it'll be up and running. I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, thanks for watching the video, guys. Actually, no. Hang on a minute. We'll fucking pull the rest of this off, and I'll get back with you. All right, guys. So we got the oil pan torn off of the motor, the heads, and all that kind of stuff, and that's probably as far as I'm going to take this motor down. Doesn't really pay to pull it down any farther, considering the rod right here, yeah, it's gone. Completely MIA. Missing in action, or whatever they say. Yeah, so this rod, completely gone. It danced around quite a bit. It busted the windage tray. Here's part of the rod that broke. This is a Gen 4 rod. This is the oil pan. As you can see, it's all messed up. And yeah, so it looks like this rod was about to break as well, considering that, you know, it looks like the bearing had spun inside of this one. And a bunch of pieces kind of just danced around in this motor. Yeah. Don't know what caused it. I know there's a guy at the track that I talked to, and he said when you start mixing rods and pistons into these motors and you push them really hard, they tend to have failure like this. You know, and I actually put a rod and piston from a different motor that a subscriber had sent to me, and I put it in one of the middle cylinders. I don't know exactly what one it was. Maybe it was the one that broke. Maybe it wasn't. I'm not sure. The cam looks okay from what I can see from here. So maybe we can throw the cam and valve springs in the truck. Honestly, I don't even really want to. I kind of just want to run the stock shit. And not even touch that motor, because they seem to be more reliable when you don't touch them. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with the Mustang yet. I don't know if I'm going to do a forged bottom end, or if I just want to do another stock bottom end like this and maybe just do a little bit more tuning stuff, switch to a stock computer, and all that. I don't know what I want to do yet. Like I said, I might go forged bottom end. I might not. I might do another Gen 4 bottom end and just get Bosch 210s and make sure the thing has fuel, because I mean, I was running out of fuel up top and stuff. So I think that might be the reason of failure here and why the rod broke and whatever. But yeah, so anyways, now you guys are updated on the Mustang and what's up with it. It's broken. We'll come back out even stronger, just like we do every time we take this thing apart. I'm going to be switching up the cam. I want a bigger cam, better valve springs, all that kind of stuff. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, tomorrow we're going to do some stuff on the Honda. I'm going to get the garage cleaned up and look forward to a video with the Honda. I got some goodies I'm putting into it. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, and we'll see you later. Have a good night.